All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Baso. This is Adrian. She's going to help me out today. So today's exercises is going to be based on glutes. The glutes exercise, we're going to do 3 different exercises. They can be done at home. And as she's doing the exercise, I'll explain what you can use differently or what you can just use one specific thing. So today we're just using a resistant band, a kettlebell, and we're using an Olympic bar with some 10-pound weights on each side. So if you don't have the Olympic bar, and these movements we're doing today, for the most part, they're a little bit different. They modify in the workout world. There's always a good, better, and best technique, and so you want to actually progress. I don't think there's one particular style that's better than the others, but as you plateau to one different variation, move on to the next exercise. So before you get started, make sure you get a clearance through your doctor to make sure you're able to do these exercises. Now again, these can be done at home. You don't have to go to a gym. I know everybody loves hip thrust. So the 3 exercises we're going to do, this is glute emphasis. So if you're not feeling in your glutes, then the technique is wrong. So modify the technique so that way you feel it. That mind-body connection. So when you do this exercise, take the momentum out of it and focus on the glutes. So we're going to do wall RDLs. The wall RDLs is glute emphasis. Now, when you do RDLs on the ground and not on the wall, that's more hamstring emphasis. And we'll explain that in later videos. So wall RDLs, we're going to do hip thrust, but I'm going to show you hip thrust in a way that you don't have to put so much weight on the hip thrust to grow your butt or to feel that in your glutes. A lot of people been doing hip thrust for a long time. I see a lot of them doing 300-400-pound hip thrust, but you want to realize is that, listen to the key words, hip thrust. It's more of a hip. Yes, your glutes are being engaged, but that puts a lot of strain on your hips. And a lot of clients that come to me, they stop lifting heavy for a while because their hips are gotten tight and stiff. Well, that's a lot of weight on your hips. And if you have any imbalances in your hips or your lower back or hamstring, one side is always going to be a lot tighter than the other side. So I'm going to show you how to do less weight, but feel like you're lifting 300-400 pounds. So it's never the weight, it's always technique. So we're going to show you how to do a hip thrust without doing so much weight. How you do it matters. So basically the technique, it matters. So try it. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. We'll respond back to you as soon as we can. If you want faster answers, you can always reach me on my Instagram at Baso Shelton. So either one, I'll get to both. Usually the Instagram I check more frequently than my YouTube channel, but I do check my YouTube channel. So we'll get started. We're going to do the wall RDLs. Adrian's going to demonstrate it. Basically, she's going to put one foot on the wall, and that foot that's above it is pretty much about 8 to 10 inches off the wall. And what she's going to do is she's going to go ahead and get in there, squat down. She's going to come off the wall, and then she's going to hinge. Now, the key thing to this, when she hinges, because she's doing her left leg, she want to point that hips to the left and then take that weight and go towards other side of her foot. So she's going to hinge and go to the other side of the foot. You try this without the weight at first, and if you can feel it in your glute, then perfect. Then you can graduate into the weight. So we'll go on to the workout now. So have any questions, leave me a comment and I'll go more detail or explain it later on in the video. Okay? Ready? We're going to do 8 4-second holds. Hinge, down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hinge, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one, hinge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Take a few seconds break. So basically, what you do in this position, you put your foot 8 to 10 inches. The front foot needs to be perpendicular from the ground. Put this wall on the wall, and then go ahead and squat down about like 3 to 4 inches. So before you begin to do the hinge, come off the wall first. So my butt is probably about like 3 inches, 2 to 3 inches off the wall. And I take the weight in the opposite hand of the leg. And then as I hinge, I'm going to point my butt towards that way. And then the weight goes that way. So see, 1, 2, 3, 4, up, hinge, 1, 2, 3, 4. So more explanation. So we'll go on to the other side. Ready? Again, start with your body weight first and don't go to weights. Ready? Get in position. Ready? Hinge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 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 Last one. Hinge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. Now that was only one set. You can do 3 sets. You can do progressive overload. Go up in weight. This exercise is better done with 1 kettlebell versus trying to do 2 weights. So make sure you do 1 weight, whether it's a kettlebell or whether it's a dumbbell. So the next exercise we're gonna do is it's a hip thrust. So you don't have to do these at gym. You can order some steps or a little footstool. It don't have to be the height of a bench to do the hip thrust. So whatever you have at home, if it's 8, 12 inches off the ground, you can use it. You don't have to go spend a whole lot of money. So we're going to do a different way of doing this. So we're going to do the hip thrust with the resistance band. So I'm going to demonstrate it first, and then Adrian's going to do it. So we're going to use a resistance band. So not only are we working the glute maximus when we do the thrust, we're going to engage the glute medius. So that's the minimum one. So it'll fire up the glutes. So if you never tried it with the resistance band, try it. The only difference is, I know most people do hip thrusts with their feet parallel of each other. You get more glute activation when you go at a 45-degree angle and then add a resistance band. So see my foot placement, and stay on your heels. Because when your foot is flat, you have a tendency of pushing off your front of your foot as well. When you want more glute activation, push off your heel. And then you want even more. Remember at the beginning of the video I said there's a good, better, and best. So this is the best until I'll find a technique that's even better than this one. So resistance band, you're going to be on your heels. You're going to open up the resistance band as far as you can. So if you can open it up to 12 to 14 inches, it's perfect. So she's going to open her legs up, angle her feet 45-degree angle, and heels only. That's the only tweak to this. Well, that's the only, but that's the tweak to the hip thrust. So it's not your traditional hip thrust, but we don't need as much weight. So we're going to do 8 4-second holds, because the holds add more time over tension, better results than using thrust and using momentum. So we'll do 1 set of 8 reps, 4-second holds. I'll count and I'll set the bar on there. Now, if you don't have a bar, that's fine. You can use some dumbbells, or you can use those sandbags and put it on your thigh. But again, before you try this, just try it with your body weight first, get the technique down, then you add weights to it. So again, first start with just your body weight. Ready, Andrew? So feet's at a 45-degree angle on her heels. Ready, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Good job. As you can see, again, her feet out, 45-degree angle with the resistance bands on her thigh. And then we added the bar. So 8 4-second holds. You can do progressive overload. You can add weights on it, but I would try your body weight first. You can do anywhere from 3 to 5 sets. Start off light and gradually go up. Now, as far as the holds, 8 reps, 4-second holds, 3 to 5 sets. So the last exercise we're going to do is we're going to do resistance band box squats. So the lower you can go on these box squats, the better. So there's a lot more engagement. So the key to these box squats, again, you're going to put the resistance bands on your legs. I'll demonstrate it before Andrea does it. So, yes. Thank you. So, if you're pretty much 5'5", 5'6", or shorter, or 5'7", you need to go below the bench height. So right now, this is stacked just below the bench height, but we're gonna go a little bit lower than that. So we're gonna actually go probably about 3 inches lower than the bench. So she's slightly below a 90-degree angle, and then she's gonna come up only about 70 to 75% up. So she's not gonna come all the way up. You're gonna angle your feet again at a 45-degree angle. The weight is more to keep your body straight. So you want a great glute burner. You're not coming leaning forward where you're bending your arms. You want to keep your arms straight. Come up just like this. We're gonna hold it 4 seconds. Down, up, and down. We're gonna do 8 reps for 4-second holds. And by the time you get to this, after those 2 exercises, your glutes should be on fire. So 3rd exercise. So you don't necessarily have to have you really want to get below a bench so you can get that glute engagement more. So keep your arms straight. Ready? Hold 4-second holds at the top. Let's go up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Good job. Now, as far as the dumbbells, they 2 15-pound dumbbells. The dumbbells just to help keep your arms straight. So when you lean back, you need to lean. Your back don't need to be perpendicular from the ground. They need to be at a slight angle, like a 15-degree angle back. Keep your arms straight, and then come up and down. Again, 3 to 5 sets. You don't have to go up on the weight. If you want to make it more challenging, decrease the height on the bench or whatever you're using, the steps. Go a little lower and watch how it burns. The lower you go, the more glute activation that engages your glutes. the better your results. So thank you, Andrea. Those are 3 glute exercises we have today. It can be done at home. So if you don't have an Olympic bar, you can use sandbags and put on your thighs. You can grab a book bag, put a couple books or put a couple weights in it and lay it on your lap and do it that way. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to do this. As far as the dumbbells go, they can be 2 5-pounds. It doesn't matter the weight on that one. It's just more to keep your arms straight so that way you're pushing off your glutes. It's that low squatting and this resistance band that's doing most of the work. So the lower you go, the better. But if you have mobility issues, that doesn't allow you to get down out low, you need to work on your mobility in your hips and also your ankles, because your heels don't need to come up when you're doing this. It needs to be flat. So any questions, feel free to leave a comment. If you haven't tried these, it'll have your glutes on fire. So try it out. Let us know what you think. Leave a comments if you have any questions. And again, thank you for your time. Y'all have a good night.